What drives you to tell these stories about everyday superheroes?
I think the world is full of heroes. And I think sometimes we lose sight of that because we don't see ourselves as we truly are. We all have the power to be heroic. And I've kind of learned over my career as a filmmaker that I could spend a few hours with any person in the world and find a heroic story within their life. And doing that over the past 2 decades, I've really started to look at everyone differently. So when I meet a person, I don't just see who they are today, I also see who they could be. And so I'm driven to tell stories about everyday heroes because for everyone that watches one of my films, I think it helps them, gives them encouragement, gives them insight into the fact that, you know what, that's within me too. It's not just that person, it's in me as well. And I think that's powerful.
You talk a lot about hope and the power of hope. Why is that undervalued in today's society?
I think we use the word hope a lot, but we don't really know what it means. It's one of those catchphrases, but if I ask the average person, tell me in one sentence what hope is. They don't really know. They don't really know. They just use the word. For me, hope has boiled down to one word, and that word is possibility. Possibility. It's about looking at what's possible. That's what hope is. And I think that's the first step in any change, any positive change in our own lives, in our families, in our communities, in our organizations, and in the world, is to first start to believe that extraordinary things are possible, that things can be different. Even if at this moment you can't imagine how that could happen. You're looking at your own life going, man, how could this happen? I cannot see a plan. I cannot see a road for this kind of change. But to say to yourself, but I'm going to start with the belief that it's possible, even though I can't see how it will happen now. That's the first step to any kind of great transformation, to any kind of great movement. And what I have found in my life is that when you start with hope, even when things look impossible and dark, a way appears. You actually find it, unlock it, it reveals itself to you in a way that it never did before, just because you were willing to embrace the possibility that answer is there. So to me, that's the power of hope.
And when people hear this and they'll think about it and they'll be like, that's a great concept. How do they apply this to their jobs at a credit union? Where do you see that translating?
Yeah, I think hope is so powerful because when you wake up every morning with that sense of possibility, what could happen today? What could today bring that could be amazing? What impact could I make in the world, but maybe not on a huge scale, but just in the lives of someone else? What is possible for the impact I could make in my family's life? And when I get to work today, and all these people I'm going to interact with, it's to start to get real intentional and aware and mindful of the fact that every moment has within it, in the threading of it, that sense of possibility. And I think when you start to look with hope at every moment of your life, at every experience, you start to see opportunities for your personal growth and for the growth of others and for your ability to help other people. And so I think when you unlock that, it creates that heroic opportunity, really that leadership opportunity within every person, within every incident, within every circumstance.